Hello friends. Now onward, I'm going to start a uh, new series of R programming and languages. In this programming languages, we will be covering everything about R. What is R and in which format R is very famous in nowadays, and why R is that much important between the data analytics and statisticians. If I talk about R, R is the programming language and free software environment for statisticians computing and graphics supported by R Foundation for Statistical Computing. The R language is widely used among statisticians and data miners for developing a statistic software. These details has been mentioned into the Wikipedia about the R programming language. If I talk about R, R has been developed by 1993. This is the first appearance, August 1993. And if I talk about the person who had designed this particular software, those name is Ihaka and Robert Gentleman. The picture which you are seeing, his name is Mr. Ihaka, and he was one of the founder, designed by person who has created R, and his name is Mr. Robert Gentleman. He was one of the second designer who has designed R programming. So now we know that how R has been created. The main thing is that which is very famous and very beneficial part with the R, that is it is open forum. Thousands of people who are supporting, who are contributing on a regular basis, and they are adding more apps, more packages, more codes, which make is one of the very competent tool for the statistician and data analytics. And if I talk about what is the history of this actually R is an implementation of the S programming. S programming language, which was earlier created by the John Chambers in 1976 in Bell Labs. There are some important differences, but much of the code written for S runs unaltered on R. In Robert Ihaka and Robert Gentleman both have created this software, designed this particular tool at the University of Auckland in New Zealand. The major thing which I found in R, that it is very useful and very easy to use, and some people said that R is the programming language which mostly used by the non-programmer, means who cannot write the code. So if you have gut feeling and if you want to do some better, if you want to do programming and do some data analysis, then R is the best tool for you. You can use it in a very easy. Going ahead, I would like to tell you that what I am going to cover in this video. First, I would be covering how to install R in your system, and what are the difference between R plain. R plain means a simple R console with the R Studio console, and why we should prefer R Studio to get the details. So just I want to summarize it again whatever I told you now. There are two things which is very important to run R program in your system. First thing is R Studio. Second is R GUI, General Authentic. That we also say authentic plain vanilla R GUI, which we can download from the current website, and this is the base R Studio, and it is very essential to run R into the R Studio. R Studio is like a wrapper on base R with good look and feel and improve user interactivity. If you have the R base, then you have the soul of the particular data analysis tool, and when you are going to use the R Studio, then you are adding a good cloth on the body. If I talk about R console and R Studio, definitely I will be covering with the example, but I'm just telling that R has been one console and R Studio has been 4 consoles, which made it different and very easy and understandable to use. So let's begin, and we will be downloading R, and then we'll be doing what can I say? First we'll download the R, then we'll download the R Studio, and we'll compare both, what is the meaning of that and how both are important to do data analysis. So let's begin, and hope you will be enjoying this particular chapter and you will be enjoying whole tutorial. Okay, so keep watching, and I hope that you will be liking this video. If you like, please write your comment, your feedback into the comment box. So first we will go to the site rtutorial.com. So we will download art first. So to download the art, we have to visit this website, that is https://cran.art.project.org. This is the website which is run by the art coders. It's a group of art coders which coders count is more than thousands. So now we'll click on this. Like if you have a platform of Linux, then you can click on download for Linux. If you have platform for Mac, then download art for Mac and art for Windows. I am using Windows, so I will be downloading this Windows. I clicked here and just wait for a while, and you will be seeing that this is going to download. Now art for Windows, and the thing is that like the art has given the opportunity. There are both things are same. Like if you have the 32-bit or you have 64-bit, both will be running by the one system installer. Like you can see like this, 80 megabytes, 32-bit or 64-bit, both will be the comfortable, both will be the feasible for this software. I clicked on this, and now my software download will be started. At the moment it is a bit slow, so just we have to wait for a while. So I'm just pausing my video for a while, and once this will be downloaded, I will be again will be starting my video recording. So now we can see that the software has been downloaded. We will click here, and it's showing that it is opening my software. We will go with the English language. Okay, next. This is showing that where this tool will install. Okay, would you like to install the folder anyway? Yes, because I have already downloaded. Then it is showing like this, and no accept default. We will go with the default, no changes. The browser, the continue, click here. If you would like to select a different folder, click browse. No, I will go with the art folders. You need a create desktop shortcut, create a quick launch shortcut, so that is okay. Quick launch shortcut will come on to the taskbar, and desktop shortcut will be on the desktop. Next, so now it is going to be downloaded, and it will take a bit time to be successful downloaded. To get successful downloaded, yeah. And you can see that it is extracting files in the installing process. So now we can see this has been downloaded, and we click on the finish. This is the page of RStudio. You can see rstudio.com. But before going and download to the rstudio.com, I would like to share a bit detail about the R console, which is like the first thing which we are doing in the downloading part. So now if you see that I have two things, R64 and R38. So I would be clicking on the R64 as a navigation tool, as a icon. Now I can see this is the basic base R console. In base R console we can get like detail about one console, and in the same console we can do the escape formation. Also we can get a detail about the coding script coding results. So one place, this one console will provide details of all. So now see that like in our console, if you can see this same thing which we can get into RStudio once we will download RStudio. Art version 3.6.0, planting of a tree. Copyright is the Art Foundation for Statistical Computing Platform. So it is showing that it's a art platform, and it is open, and anyone can use it, and it's a collaborative project with many contributors. So it is showing that art is a project which contributed by so many people and so many statistician coders. So it's a completely open source. You can use it for your program, for your data, for your analysis, for your statistical work. If I talk about on this file menu, we can see source our code, new script. Once we click on the new script, you can see the new window here itself. So you can type here anything, whatever you want. Like I'm just typing C1H210 means we are starting with code, and we can see this. 1 minute, please. That's okay. C1H210. Okay. So it's like an editor, like where you can write your codes, and you can again put, like if I'm just writing here C1 student, I will copy it and I will paste it here. Now you can see the result. So this is the thing which we can use here, because we have to open two different editor, one and one console, then we can get details. So it's like if I will be typing here, like I will nothing is happening. I need to copy it and again I need to paste it here, then I can get the detail. So this is the thing, this is the constraint which will be making easy into the RStudio, which we are feeling, this is like as a challenging a step in the R GUI. So file, new script, open script, display files. So you can say load workplace, means like it is like a very simple, very normal space. You can use it for your art programming, but RStudio is more interactive and more look and feel is also good. Paste commands only, data editor, miscellaneous, stop current computation, stop all computation, list object, remove all object, packages. You can load the packages, like whatever packages you want, you can click here, and you can download here itself for your difference and for your requirement. Like if I will be just looking for one which can stringer, I just click here stringer, I click here and OK. So what it will be doing, it will be downloading the stringer package in my system. So all packages are open, you can download it at your reference as your requirement. And packages and the windows, R console, you can say R console and title or editor, the two things which is you opening. And help is the part which is very good into the R. R detailing, R subject is the thing which is very open. You can download it, you can check it, and if you want depth knowledge, you can get it by R help section. If I click here, then you can see that R listen to R difference, data and import, export, severe user. So you can get everything, whatever do you want. Like I just click on the introduction to the R, you can get R, what is the R, and R arrays and metrics, and writing our own function, packages, appendices, everything you can get in just one click. And this is the magic of the R. This is the one thing which is very good. So people say that R is the language which is made by the non-programmer. So you can use it, you can do it. Like you can see the help section, help with function and features. Like if you are writing anything, solve. So just you copy it if you want. Like there is if any challenge which you are facing, you can just write down question mark and solve. I just wanted to know something about solve. Let me show you about solve. If I will talk about, like there is a data set in R which is like ready-made data set, iris. Once I will click here, it will be showing me about the iris. What is iris? But you can notice it whenever I am clicking anything, it is opening a new tab into the browser. But in RStudio, everything will be happening into the RStudio itself. So this also make one of the best thing which we can get in RStudio, and that is also free of cost for the personal use. And for enterprises using, there is also a package of a commercial package which you can buy if you want, because companies don't want to release a new campaign, new operation on basis of an open-ended project. Sorry, an open project. So now we will be going and downloading to the downloading RStudio. To download RStudio, you need to open this rstudio.com. In rstudio.com, you can see products RStudio. Here you want to download it for server or on a desktop. I'm going to download it for desktop, so I will click it here, RStudio desktop. That is showing what is the like a commercial license and open source edition. The things are same, almost same, but this depend on your requirement and your specific product. Can I say product importance? Like if you're going for a commercial, that will be good for you. So now see, RStudio desktop free, and by download. This one is also free, but it is a server one. like whatever you will do, you will be doing on the server, on the cloud. So I will be downloading this particular